And welcome back to Get Fit in 30. I'm your host, Mike Rivera. Shout goes out to APL, the best shoe and athlete leisure on the market. So, if you're from the Central Valley, I'm sure you have driven by and seen a place called Dope Barbershop. Well, they do have 4 locations, and they're known as one of the most pristine barbershops here in the Central Valley. Well, I'm gonna give you something a little behind the scenes today. The head of the whole realm of Dope Barbershop is a guy named Vince Cortez. He's been my barber for almost 13 years, guys, and we're going on 10-year anniversary of Dope Barbershop here in 2026. Vince Cortez, welcome to Get Fit in 30, brother. Yeah, how's it going, boy? Doing good?
Yep.
Okay, yes, sir, yes, sir. So, I want to dive right into that. 10-year anniversary of Dope Barbershop. How does that make you feel, bud?
Super proud.
Yeah.
Super proud. People said we wouldn't last 10 weeks, and we're at 10 years. So
wow.
I'm very proud of that.
He has a lot of good friends out there. No, but with that being said, too, how did you even get started in wanting to become a barber?
Oh man, honestly, it was my my son's mother that kind of pushed me into it. She said you would be really good at this. Mm-hmm. I always cut hair, and she was kind of the catalyst that got me into going into it, and it just took off from there.
Okay. How does being in shape and/or staying fit on a daily mind, body, and soul keep you going each and every day in what you do?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. We stand from anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day, doing 10, 15, 20 cuts a day. So you got to be in shape a little bit. Got to be healthy. Your back, your legs, everything goes into that.
Excellent. Favorite thing to do in the gym?
Favorite thing, chest.
Chest. He's like, yeah, guys, what's going on?
I'm the Monday guy, you know what I mean? Monday chest day.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that. So then we're gonna combine a little bit of chest and upper body with a nice movement, easy movement that you guys can follow along with at home. All right, we're gonna go 3 or 4 rounds, 30 to 45 seconds for each round, or 3 to 4 rounds, 10 to 15 reps. So what he's gonna do, guys, these are 10-pound dumbbells, something nice and easy. We're gonna start off with a little bit of legs. I know he doesn't like to do his legs.
I do legs.
But it's okay, it's okay. So nice and easy, starting off with the squat and press. Again, anybody can do this at home. Go ahead and place 30 to 45 seconds on the clock, and let's get it going, sir. Good, nice and easy. Again, guys, he loves to do his lower body. That's why his legs are studly today. Keep it going, sir. Again, 30 to 45 seconds on the clock, 3 to 4 rounds while you do this. Keep the back nice and flat, chest is up. So we want to be here, V. Keep the legs a little bit wider when we go down. Keep that chest up. There we go. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good, take a break for me. Now, 4 barbershops. You started off with 1. Where were you cutting hair at before there?
I was at the fade shop. That's where we met.
Yeah.
Started off at the fade shop. Was there for about 5 years before I started off and did my own venture.
Now, you just said one day, I think I'm good enough at this to start my own shop, and all of a sudden, go from 1 to 4.
Yeah, it was that time for me to move on. I had built my clientele. Was really appreciative of the fade shop for letting me start there. And then, it kind of took off from there. Had my vision, wanted to do something different.
Okay.
And kind of took off.
I love that. I love that. So guys, what we're going to do here is dive into the podcast here next with Vince and see how he got to where he is today. Did his family have something to do with that involving? And what do his parents do? What do his kids do? All Vincent Cortez here on Get Fit in 30. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Have you ever wanted to be featured here on Get Fit in 30 like Pack for Performance or APL? Well, here's your chance. DM me at Strive for Greatness 23 on Instagram or email me strive number 4 greatness444 at gmail.com, and you and/or your brand can be featured here on Get Fit 30. See you soon. Guys, now we're here in the podcast room with Mr. Vince Cortez, Mr. Dope himself of Fresno, California. He said his barbershop is one of the best in the Central Valley. I said, I don't know, Vince. I don't know. I haven't been to any other bar in 13 years, so I'm kind of biased when it comes to this guy. So, Vince, back to where we started. Now, he said he played football. I don't know if he got off the bench or not, from Madera High School. He said he was a Coyote back in the 90s. He's pretty old, but he's older than me. He's older.
Wow.
It's okay, Vince.
I didn't know you were going to put dates in there.
So, with that being said, you played football in Madera.
Played football, baseball.
Right, football, baseball. Did you prefer a sport, or were you like Dion? You liked them both?
Yeah, I loved them both.
Okay.
I loved all athletics. Grew up playing everything. But then, narrowed it down when you got to high school. But, yeah, I loved everything.
Do me a favor, Vince. Can we put the mic a little bit closer to the face? There we go, sir. Just so, I want to make sure everybody hears all of your beautiful voice. So he loves football. What position did you play?
I played DN.
DN? Okay. Were you guys any good back in those days?
We were.
Yeah?
We were, yeah. We had a good little playoff run. But,
All right.
never won anything, though.
Okay. From the Coyotes, you went to Fresno State. Did you play ball there?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So you went there to study in what?
Business administration.
All right. And then from there, you knew one day that you wanted to cut hair or just something in business?
No, actually, I went there, trying to get, a degree, something in business. But then when the recession hit back in the day, there was just no jobs. And I had always cut hair.
So in 2008?
About 2008, 2009. I'd always cut hair. And my son's mother was like, you should try to look at this as a profession. Maybe you're good at it. And
Right.
I didn't know if I could make a career out of it, but took the plunge and went and got my barber license, and then started working at a really good shop in town that was really busy. Built up my clientele. Always had it in my head that I wanted to open up my own and run my own shop, and then it kind of took off from there.
And that was Kalima's out there in Pinedale,
yeah,
right?
Alex
Correct.
Kalima, yeah.
That's where I met him, guys. Our young selves. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
the
saying?
fade shop. Yeah, that was, I really am grateful for him being a mentor and teaching me, the business and showing me how to run a shop.
Showing you the ropes. Now, I always say it's probably one of the scariest things when you become a thinker and not a worker, meaning you create your own business, right? And because you either sink or swim, and you can't rely on nobody for nothing but you. And so that would probably have to be one of the biggest things in the back of your head. I can't fail. I can't fail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Right.
it was really scary. And I tell everybody, but you bet on yourself. If you feel that you can do something, and failure is not an option, then go for it.
Right.
And I think that was my whole attitude was that, if I do fail, I'll always have this to fall back on, that I can do something myself, and that was the idea behind it.
Well, fortunately, you didn't. You created a little land of wealth out here in the barbershops,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I think we've established a good brand. We've established a really cool environment, a safe environment for families and kids to come and still get that little urban edge, to the barbershops that we have. But we have a good following.
What are your locations here in town?
We have one. The original was on First and Knees.
Okay.
Second one we opened up was in the Fig Garden Loop. Third one is in Clovis on Bullard and Villa, and then we opened up one across from Fresno State, across from the stadium in the Bulldog Plaza.
So if you had anybody competing with you in the barber game,
Well, we do.
you
Big
do?
time, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. It became trendy all of a sudden to be a barber and to open up barbershops, and there was just a flood of new barbershops that opened up at the same time that we have, and now it's just there's a lot. Yeah.
How do you trust, or how would I say this? How can you, like in real estate where there's a lot of realtors, or in training in my world where there's a lot of personal trainers, how do you find your niche in the barber world? How do you separate yourself from everybody else as a barber? What makes you great in that?
I think the customer service, the being personable. I mean, just making friendships, being involved in the community. We're big, involved in the community. We have a proclamation from the city saying that we have a Dope Barbershop Day on January 19th.
Okay, that's very
wow.
cool.
For everything that we've done with the community. We do a lot of back to school deals. We give away backpacks. We give away free haircuts. We're involved with St. Baldrick's. We do a lot of
You
things.
said
with
free
cancer.
haircuts. I want a free haircut.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
We do a toy drive and a jacket drive every Christmas.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
For kids, and we do free haircuts for that too. So we're always trying to give back to the community because they've given so much to us, and it just creates those friendships and seeing all of these kids and trying to bring them in and make them feel like they're part of something, and it's worked out.
So,
That's
quick
cool.
question for you, Ellie. Do you go to what they call it, a stylist,
hairdresser.
a stylist,
Yeah.
right? A salon.
Yeah.
How much does it cost for you to get your hair cut, shampooed, trimmed, all that good stuff?
For me, like I do like minimal stuff, so like just tone it out, trim it, and then like just like a good refresh. But like in the summer, I'll do some highlights, so it could be anywhere from like 75 to like 150.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Now, Vince, why is it so insanely high for females to get their hair cut rather than guys? Guys get it cut, 30, 40 bucks, call it in.
I know, it's crazy.
Well, look at your hair and look at her.
Yeah,
She's
I have
got
a
lot
lot.
of hair.
It's tied
So
up,
is it
but
just
I
the
got a lot.
maintenance?
Yeah, big time. And the time that goes into it, too.
Yeah.
You
Plus,
know, I think, on average, it's about 30 minutes for a man to get a haircut. I mean, they're probably in there for a couple hours.
Yeah, I'm in there like an hour and a half. But plus too, she's like kind of like a private like salon. Like she just has like her own little clients. It's not like a open salon, if that makes sense.
Where you can get foot traffic?
Yeah, no,
got
it's
you.
more like you have to kind of like know her and, you know, she'll do your hair and stuff like that. But she's got her own little
It's like
spot.
a speakeasy.
Yeah, a little bit, and I love it. 'Cause
Is she working
Yeah.
out of a room in her garage? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, actually.
I'm joking. My bad.
Well,
my bad.
No, she's
during
legit.
COVID, I mean, that kind of
Yes,
made a lot
exactly.
of people go.
I guess
go
you're
that
right.
route, you know,
Exactly.
and
That's
it
what
worked out
happened.
for them, and they never went back to the salon or the barbershop.
Well, because you just never know when you can get your rug pulled up from under you.
Right.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So she just took her clients and then made her own little space, and that's where she's at.
I like that.
Yeah.
When we come back from commercial break, guys, we're going to talk about going for yourself, going to business yourself, betting on you and you only, and not depending on anybody else but moi. See you soon. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Have you ever wanted to be featured here on Get Fit in 30 like Pack for Performance or APL? Well, here's your chance. DM me at Strive for Greatness 23 on Instagram or email me strive number 4 greatness 444 at gmail.com, and you and or your brand can be featured here on Get Fit 30. See you soon. Now, like I was saying, we're back and we're talking about betting on yourself, going into business for yourself, going into sports for yourself, whatever it is, bet on yourself. So Vince, his kid plays baseball and he's actually pretty good at baseball, correct?
Yeah, my son, he played for Clovis West. He just graduated. He's playing for Reedley College now.
Nice.
When you talk to him about betting on yourself, since we both come from the sports world and or you went into business with yourself, how do you relay that message to a teenager in today's world, since I have no kids, so I really don't know how that is?
I mean, it's cliche, but it's always, you want to be the hardest worker in the room. And I think that applies to business or sports. I mean, you gotta be willing to grind. And that's what I'm really proud about him. He's a grinder. He's out there on his off time, doing stuff that they don't do, and or that they're not making him do. So he's always constantly doing stuff to better his game, to be a better athlete, be a better teammate, and I'm really proud of him for that.
I love that.
It's cool.
Your pops loves you, kid.
Yeah,
So,
very much.
with that being said, too, how do you dig that into your employees or people that work for you? I know they're probably all subcontractors, but they still work under your brand, right? It's like a realtor, but you still work on, or a broker for a realtor, but you still work under the brand. So how do you keep them motivated in times of like what we're in now with the recession and things you don't know what's going to come?
I mean, that's my biggest job, being a motivator to them and bringing the people in for them. So it's always me trying to go out there and do, get our brand out there, get our name out there, so that people know that, they can come in and then build clientele for those guys. But it's a constant deal. I mean, we're always trying to keep these guys motivated, remember why they got into it in the first place. Remember that there's a passion behind it, and if you don't have that passion, you're never going to succeed at anything. So it's always providing that passion and showing them, that there is bigger things.
So it's always an extra push. So in one way, it's like being a coach in a sense.
Oh, 100%.
Of that, they have to know you're going to be there 24/7. They have to know that you're going to be on time, that you're going to be reliable. If you expect them to do the same thing.
Right, and I think that comes from the sporting world at all. If you've ever been a part of a team,
right?
That's what we really pride ourselves on. We call ourselves a team. We're not just 4 different locations. We always get together and do things together, and we're all one team, and we all have one goal. And so you're just always trying to strive for that. And I think that comes from being in athletics, and being part of teams where you just that's where everybody has that common goal to succeed. And I think that we do a really good job at that.
Guys, he's a Dodger fan. I'm just going to throw that out there. He's talking about teams. He likes the
Okay.
Dodgers. You know, I'm a Giants fan. You know, he likes the Rams. Like, no, my bad. He likes the Raiders.
We don't need to bring
And-
that up.
no, it's we have to make it. Dodger fans, Dodgers are good. Raiders
Yeah,
kind of
Dodgers
suck.
are
But
good.
it is what it is. Go Niners, bang, bang. When we come back from the commercial break, we're going to deep dive into what is the difference between a barbershop and a hair salon. See you soon. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Have you ever wanted to be featured here on Get Fit in 30 like Pack for Performance or APL? Well, here's your chance. DM me at Strive for Greatness 23 on Instagram or email me strive number 4 greatness 444 at gmail.com and you and or your brand can be featured here on Get Fit in 30. See you soon. So like what I was saying, what is the difference between a hair salon and a barbershop? Between a med spa and some places where they have barbers, you can get a facial, you can get a waxing. I see all online, they have all this steaming for their head, all this weird stuff. But what is the main difference between the new style barbershop and the new style hair salon?
I mean, you just said it too. I think a lot of barbershops now are adding those services that they never did before. Before it was just a haircut and a shave.
Right.
Now we're doing facials. Now we're doing massages. Now we
great.
You want a beer? Here's a beer.
Yeah.
we offer beer and liquor at every one.
Oh,
You
cool.
get a complimentary beer, liquor, at our shops.
I never got one.
That's
I never
fun.
got one.
Some people take advantage of it too much.
Yeah.
Some people don't. But it's I think there's a clientele out there that want that now.
Yeah.
They want to feel a little bit pampered. There's men's want to they want to come in and feel that same thing that women do get at a salon. And we try to replicate that a little bit, but not too much to go overboard with it.
Because I've seen, TikToks and all these different things. It's insanely crazy.
It's
what
trends, exactly like you
what-
said. So you
Yeah,
see it on
that's what
TikTok,
it is.
they come
Yeah.
in and they want that stuff too. And then we
You're like,
have
all
to-
right, $222.
Yeah, we have to adapt to that and start offering services like that because it's a want.
Yeah. There is a need out there for it. But have you been seeing with the market that we're in, a kind of a downtrend towards people getting their hair done and towards people coming in off the street like they used to? A lot of street traffic.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's funny. We went through that recession before, and then we kind of found out that getting your hair done is pretty recession proof. And then we went through COVID, and then we figured that was pandemic proof because
Right.
people were still coming
People
in
need
wanting to
it.
get
That is
true.
get their done. And still now we're kind of going back in that recession
That
field.
mode.
And I think the only thing that really changes is the amount of time that they between haircuts. So
Right.
they could weekly guy like yourself.
Yeah.
Might go 2 weeks, or might go 3 weeks. Might stretch it out a little bit more. But I think that this is one industry that's never going to fail with anything that happens. Where,
Yeah.
everybody's always going to want it to look good.
Yeah. True.
Everybody always wants to feel good.
True.
I don't think that's ever going to go away. And so, that's exactly why I got into the business because, residual income is what we live on.
Yeah.
And
No
so
doubt.
we always need that clientele to keep coming back.
Yes, sir. Now, with the robots, do you think the AI robots one day can
No.
cut hair?
No, that'll
No?
never happen. I don't.
Maybe not in our lifetime?
Yeah, I hope not. I hope
Not in mine either.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I've seen some of those videos and it doesn't look
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
We'll just say that.
looks scary. Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
So, how often do you get your hair done?
Every, I think, 4 weeks.
Every 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, and every 4 weeks, so that's an average for you about 100 and something bucks, right?
Yeah.
A month.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. Now, if you could, would you do girls get their hair done once a week?
I would
Girls
say like
typically do that?
more like a blowout, but like not
I
done.
have no idea. I'm not a girl, but I know from
'cause I always wondered that.
experience, Yeah,
Yeah.
I think for touch-ups and stuff.
For maybe, but like I feel like for girls it's a lot because I feel like for guys guys' hair grows really fast because you guys don't like
yeah.
damage it.
I'm
with anything.
weekly, every Thursday.
But
fourth
like
Thursday.
yeah, but like girls they'll damage it with heat, they'll damage it with like coloring it and all that stuff. So you kind of have to like let your hair breathe a little bit before you can like keep going back and doing it. That's why I only go like every 4 weeks because I used to have like a lot of blonde in my hair and I realized it was not good for my hair, so I took it out and so now I just go to like touch it up.
Okay.
So that's I just to maintain it, just to keep it healthy, you know.
Question for you. Have you ever, say for instance, had somebody in front of you that was a challenge to cut their hair, what type of style would you say is a challenge for you? Hair type, all that good stuff. What's a challenge for you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
Have you ever rejected any?
No.
Because it's hard sometimes. When I was growing up,
yeah.
Not to cut you off, but when I was growing up, it was hard to find somebody to cut my hair because I'm mixed. And at that time, I had curls everywhere.
Yes.
So they were curling in and out, so we literally couldn't find anybody. And we found one guy at Supercuts by Kasner. Mind you, this is like 93, 94 that could cut my hair. It was wild.
They're right across the street from us.
They're still there, which is wild.
So I, and this is something I preach to all of our guys too, is like, never turn down anybody. Like,
challenge
you're
yourself.
only going to get better if you do it. So if you're going to constantly, I mean, we'll have, and I'm not race, but I mean, like, you'll have a black client come in and there's a white barber and he doesn't want to cut his hair because he doesn't know how to do it.
Right.
But you're never going to get better at it unless
Unless you do it.
And so it's all trial and error. And it took a long time for me to even figure out how to cut, African American hair. It's hard. It's curly.
Yeah.
And Asian hair is super straight.
Yep.
So it's really hard. I mean, you gotta just adapt and learn the techniques. And once you keep doing it over and over and over, and it becomes repetitive, then that's how you get better. I mean,
So you're
just like anything.
You're telling me you can cut any style at any trend on TikTok any day?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we got the new trend right now that we all hate. All the barbers
Which is?
hate. It's the fringy on top, little low taper.
Yeah.
Oh, the
all
Mahomes?
all
Where these
these
kids are
boys-
perm in there?
Yeah, they look like llamas.
I'm joking.
I don't like it either. Don't.
Yeah, and it's just it looks, it's so messy and it looks so just like untamed, but it's really hard to get that look. Like, you have to be really good at cutting hair to get that look, and so a lot of people can't do it. But
So you're telling me you get a lot of people coming to you for that?
Yeah, we have
Especially by
every
Clovis
teenager,
West.
I think right now has that haircut.
So guys, if you're looking for the llama,
Yeah, the long.
Ew, yeah.
Vince is your man. I love that. Okay, so I did not know that. So I was thinking back in the day, I used to see a lot of Jerry curls.
Yeah, Jerry.
Oh
Right.
my gosh.
Does anybody do that anymore?
We do. We have. I mean, we have
A couple clients still do Jerry
we
curls.
have teenage white boys that come
Really?
in and want perms, and so they get a perm, and we have a couple of people at our shop.
Is that the new
perms
Jerry
and
curl
stuff.
pretty much?
Yeah.
Pretty much,
It's
yeah.
just a-
Because
it's
that's
a
like,
perm.
yeah.
Oh,
It's a permanent.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Jerry curls like that since my dad got one in the 80s. But
That's
Right. I was thinking my dad
crazy.
used to have in the 80s, baby.
My dad had them.
Did he? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Jerry curl, baby.
The
Let's
Jerry
just.
curl.
I really hope that trend doesn't come back.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Let's not bring it up.
Yeah, no.
Everything recycles itself.
Yeah, it does, 100%. I mean,
Oh yeah,
that's why
it
we
might
have
come back, but later.
the mullets. We have the mullets now.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
That's
are
true.
huge,
Those are
and-
true
and
names.
Those were big when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And now they're back. So
So will the Jerry curl come back? That's a question here on Get Fit 30. We want to know.
Take a poll.
We should take a poll. We're
We
going to
really
take a poll.
should.
Will the Jerry curl come back here in the Central Valley? So like we like to say, thank you, Vince, for coming on.
thank you for having me. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
This is awesome.
We enjoyed having you on Get Fit in 30 here on KC24 and CBS 47+. Now, Vince has multiple locations here in the Central Valley. Dope Barbershop. If you need your hair done here anytime soon, he is your guy. He actually has a drive going right now for Backpack Drive, correct? You said in December?
No, the Christmas one.
Christmas one, yeah. So we're gonna try to get that up and going pretty soon. I mean, it's almost Christmas, and we usually do it about a week before. So we're gonna try to start having all of our locations where you can drop off used codes.
cool.
Excellent.
Used toys or packaged toys or whatever you can, whatever you can spare.
If somebody needs to get a hold of you, how can they get a hold of you?
You can go on our website. It's www.dopebarbershopfresno.com.
Okay.
It has every one of our locations on there. You can pick each location. You can actually go to each barber. You can book appointments from each barber. They all have links to everything
perfect.
they do. You can see our work. You can see our shops.
Perfect.
And then, I mean, you can go on Instagram and Dope Barbershop Fresno, Facebook. So we're everywhere. You can just look us up, Google us, and we'll be the first thing that pops up.
Excellent.
Nice.
Guys, again, thank you from us at KC24 and CBS 47+, Get Fit in 30, and Dope Barbershop. It pays
and
to
one
be
thing
dope.
too, I do legs. So please put that in there.
He's
I
just,
never skip leg day.
he's a little upset, guys, because earlier I told you he didn't do legs. He doesn't do legs. It's okay, folks. He doesn't do legs. See you soon.